Hey, happy Sunday everybody. I hope you're all having an amazing weekend so far. We're not only getting closer to Star Wars Andor and other TV shows out there like The Bad Batch 2, as well as Tales of the Jedi, but we're also getting ready to finally witness all these different announcements that are about to be pretty much set in place over at D23 and Disney Plus Day that's going to involve FAVREAU, Filoni, Lucas, Chapek, and more, to really announce a lot of new surprises for the Star Wars universe. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars updates. Also, by the way guys, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you also very much for the kind support. It is greatly appreciated. Now, one thing about the Star Wars universe moving forward is that we already know that there's a lot of things happening between Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, George Lucas to really get the ball rolling. Basically, what they are about to do is that they are reviving Star Wars Legends. They're taking the highlights from Legends. We're talking about books like the New Jedi Order, also things like the Thrawn Trilogy, Shadows of the Empire, Dark Empire, and more to actually appear in the upcoming Star Wars material, alright? Whatever it may be it live action or animated. Now, with that being said, however, what's even all the more exciting has a lot to do with what exactly Favreau and Filoni have planned for the future of Star Wars. Now, one thing that a lot of fans have really been raising their voices over is indeed the Obi Wan Kenobi TV series. Now, let's be real about this, is that the Kenobi series had a lot of flaws, a lot of editing flaws in the show, there was a lot of plot devices that did not work well, and that's exactly why Lucasfilm is now responding to all of this in their very own unique way of what they're about to do for 2023 that's going to actually become public on Disney Plus sometime in the first quarter of next year. So, with the Obi Wan Kenobi series now out on Disney Plus, many fans have been voicing their opinions since then about the Kenobi series to Disney and Lucasfilm, and they have been listening to the feedback plenty for the past 2 months, give or take. Now, further, it's described that one of the big plans that Lucasfilm now has for the Kenobi TV series, since they have been listening to fan feedback, is a strategy to be, of course, re-editing many portions of the Kenobi series that will be updated on Disney Plus by the beginning of next year. Now, further, it's described that one of the big changes that they plan to make to the series is by rescoring the final fight between Vader and Kenobi by adding in the revised versions of both Duel of the Fates and Battle of the Heroes that will bring back memories to the prequel trilogy. Not just that, but Lucasfilm as of now is looking into re-editing many of it, all, of course, of the episodes that are involved in the Kenobi series that's really going to reshape the overall lore. Not just that, but Lucasfilm as of now is also looking to rearranging scenes, major scenes in the Kenobi series, creating better CGI, and even cutting out some unnecessary material by replacing with some deleted footage that never made it to the final cut of the series. Now, one major scene that is set to be re-edited for the show involves episode 4 of the series, which many fans called it the worst episode of the series with endless editing flaws. Lucasfilm is also looking into completely rearranging that episode and making it into a longer one with more Vader footage and adding in another confrontation between both Vader and Kenobi that was also deleted. All of this is in response to the fans who are very unhappy about the show, and also how Disney is now moving forward with a Kenobi Season 2 and 3 to be developed in the near future. Now, this is basically an attempt to attract more fans to tune in to a future Kenobi Season 2 and Season 3 of the series. Now, obviously, we know that Ewan McGregor was an executive producer for the Kenobi show. He apologized about the series a couple of days ago, about how he felt about the fans and what choices they made with the series and how it really wasn't all in his control moving forward. Now, Ewan McGregor is said to be involved in this re-edit of the Kenobi series, and when he was actually questioned about it, what he thinks about the show, he actually said the following, that he actually believes that there were plenty of things that needed to be changed. So you guys may recall that people like Ewan McGregor and even Jon Favreau said that they would have done a lot of things differently for the Kenobi series, without a doubt. And I agree with that. I mean, there's a lot of things in that show that really needed to be shifted around, paced differently. There's some lore in there that really does not match with the current canon if you guys actually look very close. So that's, of course, just a few of the problems. Now, another big scene that is going to be getting a re-edit involves some of the big scenes with Reva in the series that will be both rearranging with also added deleted scenes to enhance the sequences that she is involved in. Now, the more Inquisitors are going to be involved in the new cut of Obi Wan Kenobi. Originally, fifth brother and fourth sister were supposed to have some pretty big action scenes that got cut from the series that are now planned to be added into this re-edit of the show for the fans to enjoy. It's something that FAVREAU and Filoni will be looking over now, since they have pretty much all creative power over Star Wars moving forward, except for the Acolyte and Skeleton Crew, and that unfortunately they were not involved with Star Wars Andor. Kathleen Kennedy behind the scenes is said to be very unhappy about this big decision that Disney executives are moving forward with for the re-edit of the Kenobi series for Disney Plus that will update on its own next year. Now, I don't know about you guys, but obviously this is a big deal. Now, we talked about this lightly before in the past, that Chapek and the executives were going over a big plan to reshape the Kenobi series Season 1. This way, they can make some of the other fans happy. Do I think that this is going to make all fans happy? Absolutely not. I think a lot of fans have already made up their minds that whatever Disney did, Disney did. That's it. It's history, and you just gotta forget about it. That's how some fans are acting. And hey, you know, I mean, that's everyone's opinion. Everyone has an opinion about the series. Everybody can react to it in their own way or deal with it in their own way. Some fans are going to be excited about the re-edit of the Kenobi series. A lot of fans out there probably don't even care. Let's just be honest. So when you look at a thing like this, of how they're prepping a season 2 and 3 to keep that trilogy format in place in TV form, alright, because we already know that Stuart Beattie, the original writer, was set to make a Kenobi movie trilogy. Just imagine that, if that actually happened. We were supposed to get 3 Obi Wan Kenobi movies in the form of a trilogy that was really going to have a lot more story involved between Vader and Kenobi. But with Season 1, this was all crammed into 6-parters, alright, to a 6-parter show. And that, to me, I think is where they made a bigger mistake. So, before I get to the next thing real here that is very important, is that given that Ewan McGregor is an executive producer for Season 1, it's unclear if he is going to be the same for a Season 2. We're not quite sure about that, other than the fact that John and Dave will have creative power over what I like to call the Kenobiverse. Basically, all of the material that's going to be done in the bridge between Episode 3 and Episode 4. And that's basically a new foundation that Lucasfilm is looking to build upon. You have things like the Mandoverse, which really builds for the Boba Fett show, Ahsoka Tano, and other series out there that are being planned, like the Bo-Katan series that we talked about, that will be announced later this year into early 2023, so keep your eyes peeled for that. But overall, guys, you know, let me know what you guys have to say about this Kenobi re-edit. What do you think about this? Is it necessary? Will it change your mind on anything? Let me know below in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.